Okay, so this is questions 4 through 6. Which equation represents a line that has a y-intercept of 1 and is parallel to the graph of y equals 1 half x plus 1? Now, I hope, and maybe you did, maybe you didn't, realize that that equation has a y-intercept of 1 also. So, in fact, we're really talking about the same line. That's okay. It doesn't mean you can't answer it. It's just coincidental. Okay? So, I need an intercept of 1 and a slope of 1 half. The problem is, none of these equations are in slope-intercept form. So you can do one of two things. You can write A, B, C, and D in slope-intercept form and compare. And obviously stop when you get the right one. Or write that equation in, it's not quite standard form, but in y x equals constant. Yeah, I guess you would just call it what you wanted. But in a form that is similar to what they have here in the solutions. If you do that, you only have to change one equation. If you do these, you have to change 4. Well, 4 if you pick the correct one last. Okay, so I would prefer to change this equation. I think that's going to be easier. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite that equation. I've got y equals 1 half x plus 1. All I need to do is get the x to this side and get rid of the half and see what happens. Right? So let's see if we find it doing that. So I'm going to subtract 1 half x from both sides. And so now I have y minus 1 half x equals 1. Okay, that doesn't match any of those. Not yet, right? But look, I've got 2y, 2y, 2y. Okay. See? Well, the coefficient of y is bigger than the coefficient of x, in my equation, and it's smaller in this one. So I'm going to just toss c out right now. That's just not going to work. Okay, and plus the signs don't work. That was a minus 1, and this is a plus 1. Everything else is the same, so that's not going to work. So now I'm just going to multiply by 2 and see what happens. I'm going to multiply the left side by 2 and the right side by 2. Let's bring it up over here. So I've got 2 times y minus 1 half x equals 1 times 2. So that's going to be 2y. So 2 times 1 half, right, equals, cancels. That's just 1, but it was minus, so it's minus. So it's minus 1x, or just minus x equals, and 1 times 2 of course is 2. And now I think I'll find some success checking over here. I'll get this out of the way. Right, 2y minus x equals 2. And there it is. B. If f of x equals 2 times 2 raised to the x, then f of 3. Okay, don't let this confuse you. You've done this many times. You just aren't quite as used to it using the function notation. So f of 3, right, it's f of x. X equals 3. Put 3 in for x in the equation and then simplify. Okay? And so I have, just changing color there, 2 times f of 3 equals 2 times 2 raised to the 3rd power. Okay, well, 2 to the 3rd is 2 times 2 times 2, or 8. So it's 2 times 8, or 16. C. What's the mean of the data set? Okay, you know what mean is. Same thing as average. So I'm just going to add these all together and divide by, let's count them now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers. So whatever sum I get, I'm going to divide by 10, which of course makes it easy. So now I just have to add those numbers together, okay, and see what I get. You don't need to watch me do that. Okay, so I've put them into my calculator just straight across. Right now, you want to check before you hit enter and pick your answer, because you might miss by one little thing here or there. Put in 8 instead of 18 or something like that, So just take a look. Scan it really quickly and just make sure. 23, 36, 42. Oh, look at that. 23, 36, 42. I have, instead of 33 and 27, I have 3,327. That happens. You don't need to re-enter everything. Just hit second, insert, plus. And it will insert to the left of wherever you have the cursor. Then I've got, let's see, I've got the 33 and the 27. So then it's 32, 42, good, 28, 18, and 39, good. Enter, 320, divide by 10 if you need to, 32. Now, I would have gotten a much bigger number, and it would have been hopefully obvious that it was incorrect. That's it for those.